We are nearing the 10th anniversary of the most recent earthquake to knock the world off its axis. The 9.0 magnitude earthquake shortened our day by 1.8 milliseconds and added 6.7 inches to the Earth's wobble. The fault slipped on March 11, 2011, where the Eurasian plate meets the Pacific plate, 40 miles from the Tohoku province of Japan. When the earthquake struck, it released two kinds of waves. The faster P waves hit deep ocean sensors in only 15 seconds, causing emergency alerts to go off on phones all over the country, giving them a warning before the more powerful and destructive S waves came in. Sendai, being only 81 miles from the epicenter, got barely any warning before all the shaking started. Fukushima Daiichi, where an aging nuclear facility resided, is hit only a few seconds later. Sensors inside the plant instantly shut down the reactor core. However, the heat persisted, and diesel generators started to pump coolant into the reactor cores. Only 100 seconds after the slip, the S-waves reached Tokyo, where they shook the ground for more than 5 minutes. Seismologists categorized this earthquake as a level 9, more than 1,000 times more powerful than the Utah earthquake we experienced this last year. However, it was not over for the Japanese. Caused by the upward motion of a slipping fault, a tsunami was made. Moving over 500 miles per hour, the waves crashed into the coast of Japan. First, it hits the town of Ofanato, only 20 minutes after the earthquake. 15 minutes later, it hits the city of Sendai, then the Miyako coast, with 30-foot high seawalls to stop tsunamis. However, due to the falling of the coast, which it is now regained, the tsunami was able to breach them. The Fukushima nuclear plant is exposed as the wave come crashing in. The generators are ruined and the facility starts to depend on batteries to cool the cores. After all that water has stopped its march inland, it, with all the buildings, cars, trains, bodies, and almost entire towns, retreat back out to the sea. Oil factories and natural gas from ruptured lines ignite fires and burn what's left. The tsunami then races across all of the Pacific Ocean, hitting Hawaii, where luckily no one dies. The tsunami, 10 hours after the quake, reaches the U.S. coast, where one person lost their lives because they rushed down to the beach to take pictures as it came in. In the week that follows, more than 500 aftershocks hit Japan, making an already fearful population worse. Hundreds of buildings are destroyed in the earthquake and tsunami, leaving thousands homeless. In Sendai, the temporary shelters were full to capacity. At Fukushima, the nuclear crisis worsens. The batteries die and the ensuing heat from the core creates hydrogen gas. The hydrogen explodes. The Japanese military scoop up seawater with helicopters to dump on the reactors. However, it doesn't help. Soon even helicopters are forbidden due to the immense radiation, so they start to send drones in, going places where a human person would die in minutes. Eventually, this disaster is calculated as level 7 on the INES scale. They're still trying to recover the nuclear waste today. This disaster caused $360 billion worth of damage, making it the most costly natural disaster in recorded history.